So we're back. It is Monday. I was digging last on Friday. Hopefully if you've seen video 3, you would have seen that we had a bumper day, to say the least. I'm on a different field today, more pasture than anything else. Simple reason is I've only got a few hours today, so I've kept relatively close to the car. The wonderful farmers have encouraged me to try this one. They seem to think there might be some decent stuff on here, so we'll soon find out. Very quickly, one correction from video 3. You remember that lovely Roman trumpet brooch? It's not a Roman trumpet brooch, which is a shame. So I remember, if you remember on the videos, I was kind of umming and ahhing about it, and then there was some confirmation on Facebook. You know who you are, Mark. And then this morning, I think we've discovered that actually it's not. It's to do with it's off a military badge, basically, which, in fairness, with my previous finds, is probably a bit more in keeping than Roman. But that said, we're in a very, very Roman part of town, so you never know, we might still find some. So that goes back onto the list. So without further ado, let's get cracking, and I'll see you on the very first decent hole. Right, I have literally walked about 6 paces and we found the first whatever. It was 38, 39 on the VDI, very strong signal. It's quite heavy and it's quite square. Nothing jumping off the page yet. Might have a little bit of decoration on it, which we'll see when we clean up later. That's actually quite interesting, don't know. Got a nice colour again to it. Oh, it's got a hole in the top by the looks of it as well. Might be a weight, or it could just be a pulley off a bathroom cord. I don't know. Right, anyway, that's the first one. See you in a bit. Well, I haven't got far, very far indeed. This one was kind of 50s, 60s, but a bit scratchy. But I think it's round. So it might just be a button. Yeah, I think it's a button. Oh, in fact, it's definitely a button because I'm going practically through it. Yeah, a knackered button as well. Seen better days, that one. Righto, next one. Right, next one. 45, 46, 47. .45, 46, 42. Yeah, pretty strong signal. Let's go for it. Right, it's definitely got an edge to it. I don't know if you can see that. Just there. Let's see what we've got. Oh, look at that. We've got a coin. And they said I never get coins. Oh, hello. That's a 2 shilling. Oh, wow. Look at that. We're finally in the coins. Let's see who it is. It's George VI by the looks of it. Ah, fantastic. Finally in the coins. Lovely colour on it. Right, see if we can find the date. Somewhere around here somewhere, isn't it? My eyes aren't the best. Oh well, George VI, 2 shillings. Well happy with that. I'll see if I can get a date off it. Fell in that. Moving on. Here we are, finally. 1950. That's good. I'm well happy with that. Let's go. Right, next one. It's coming in about 47, 48. Pretty strong again. So I thought it might be another 2 shillings, but it's different. It's something different. Let's have a look. Let's have a look together. It's heavy. Is that a lead seal? I think it might be, you know. Yes, or maybe not now I've turned it over. Let's just give it a clean and we'll see if my suspicions of a seal, bag seal, are correct or not. And there we are. Yeah, it's got to be, isn't it? Some sort of seal. A couple of holes in the back there. Don't think it's overly old. I can't really. There might be a decoration there. There might be some sort of inscription on it, but in the field, hard to see. We'll find out when we get home. Righto. Right, next one. It's been about half an hour. A few little bits and bobs, but nothing to write home about. This one's quite interesting. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, it's obviously the edge makes me think it might be. It was reasonably okay, but then I turn it over and it kind of looks like it would be a kind of like a shotgun cap. But obviously that edge makes me wonder, maybe not. Really good signal. I can't remember the numbers now, but yeah, any ideas, please comment below. But I'll give it a clean when I get home and see if it reveals anything else. Okay. Right, next one. Yeah, hang on, let's get the other glove off. Let's have a look. You can see that. The screen's not very good. Oh, right, okay. Yeah. Dress stud or something? Or is it just a rivet? I don't know. Looks like there might be some sort of design on it. Just give it a quick clean. Well, none the wiser really. I mean, that might be. It's got a lovely colour on it again. You know, is it threaded in there? That's probably just some sort of rivet, I think. Boat rivet or a very small boat nail, I think. Oh well, keep going. Nuts. Right, it's what I like to call a two-holer. Two great signals actually. This one was 1718, 1718 all the way around. I was concerned about that one. I'll tell you why in a second. And then this one was in the 60s, 65, 66 all the way around. So we'll start with this one. It's round. And I presumed it was a button because it's shiny. There's no evidence that was ever a coin, obviously. It's certainly too round to be anything coin-wise old, I should say. But there's no visible shank or anything, as you can see. So I have not a clue. Some sort of just metal disc of some description. And then this second one, yeah, well, I'm getting a few of these now in this field. They're really banging signals, 1718, 1719. I'm going to stop digging those signals, I think, because I haven't got the time. And it's just a bit of coal. So there's obviously been a bit of burning going on around here. Okay, let's go. All right, this one. I'm getting 78s. But here, 67, 68, pretty much consistently. And it's obviously not very deep, so let's see what we got. Right, so immediately, as I've taken the clod out, if you can see that, it's something round in the ground. It was a banging signal. Let's just have a look. What are you? Oh, you're very round. Oh, no. It's not a coin. But what is it? Oh, it's got some... It's obviously some sort of badge or something. Right, let's just try and give that a gentle clean, see what we find. Okay. Yeah, that's quite cool, actually. I'm not going to clean it any more than that because I don't want that. It looked like that white was coming off a little bit with a gentle rub, so I'm going to be a bit more careful. But I think that's some sort of military badge. I do find a lot of military around here, as we found out. What wasn't a Roman brooch. That says anno, and that's, which I presume is something to do with date. And that's 18 something there on the bottom. So yeah, that's quite cool. All right, put that in the little fines pot and we'll have a closer look later on. Great, let's go. Right, this was coming up in the 80s. Nearly missed it, and hopefully I haven't scraped it. I just about see that, I think. Yeah, sitting in the sidewall there. Really hope I didn't scrape it. It's round. Let's have a look and see what we've got. Yeah, it's a coin. Pretty confident that's a coin. Okay, hard to see right now. Looks penny or half penny size. Let's just give it a clean. I shall be back in a second. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. Hard to say. I'd give it a light clean. Don't want to go too mad, but it's definitely a George, and he's definitely facing right. So I'm going to presume George the third, maybe. But I'm definitely no expert, so needs a good clean brush at home or whatever. Yeah, well happy with that. I think that's definitely the oldest coin in recent times. You know, yep. So that's 2 coins today. I'm on a roll. Hey. Okay, next one coming up in the 50s is a hook. Is it a hook? Sorry, I went off screen there, apologies. Yeah, some sort of hook, isn't it, or fastening, or that could even be something off a boat, couldn't it? Again, you know, sat down on there and held, maybe a complete loop, hook something on. Okay, interesting. Moving on. Right, that'll teach me. Where are we? Yeah, there it is. I wasn't going to bother filming it because I thought it was just another plain old button, but actually taking it out of the soil, and it looks more coin-like than button now. Now I'm looking at it. Yeah, there's no shank, is there? No. Ooh, that's interesting because it's little. Very little. Let's just have a light clean and see if anything comes up. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, right. The more I look at it, the more I think it must be some sort of button. I'll give it a little bit of water and a very light brush, and that looks to me like a shield with some letters going through it. RN something. RNLI, no, my luck. Nothing, not there's anything wrong with that, of course. Yeah, so I think the hunt for another good coin goes on. I think that's just the indentation from the back. I mean, obviously I might be wrong, but we'll see when we get back home. Okay, let's go. Right, this thing nearly blew my ears off, quite frankly. Oh, I think I saw someone find one of these on YouTube not long ago. It's kind of like a cup, isn't it? But it's not a cup, I don't think. Well, I don't know. It's full of mud. It's got a hole in the side, which I think is on purpose, with a root going through it. It's quite crushed. Interesting that. See what that looks like when we've cleaned it up back at home. Okay. Running out of time now, so I've got about another half an hour, I reckon, and then I need to start making back to the car. So hopefully we'll get one more in, but we shall see. See you in a bit. We did get one more. See? How's your luck? Literally about 3 minutes after I just filmed that last clip. Just turned it over, and literally as I turned the spade over, that little thing there popped out. So is it button, coin, badge? We shall see. Ooh. It's very thin, but it's very coin-like. Ooh, I like that. That's interesting. Might be toast though. Let's just have a gentle clean. Yeah, I think it might be toast, which is a right shame, although I'm not going to clean it too vigorously for obvious reasons, but we shall see when we get it home. Definitely a coin though. Okay, let's keep cracking. Well, obviously the metal detecting gods don't want me to go home just yet. Literally, just about to see it. There is where I've just pulled up that blank coin, and then quite literally next to it is this, which for all the world to me looks like another button. Yeah, it's a button. I think I can feel the shank under there, but I think it's got a little bit of design on it, possibly another military one, I guess. Cool. Right, can't hang about, let's keep going. Right, come on then, I really must get going. I am trying to get to the car, but I can't quite get off the field yet. This was in the late 70s, really strong signal all the way around. It's come up with a load of roots. We have to be careful so I don't sting myself. It's round. What is it? It's a blooming nail. Oh, it's a nail. There you go, look at that. See that staring up at you, you think, oh, that could be quite nice. And then you turn it over. Yeah. Oh well, hey ho. That must be a sign. It's time to go. Okay, see you in a bit. Probably the last one of the day. I've got to keep saying that, haven't I? Just about to, clearly a bit of lead. Just about to chuck it in my finds bag. And just spotted something. And I do believe that is a lead horse. Sans legs and head. And rider, probably. So that, believe it or not, a lead figure is on my bucket list, but I'm not sure. As awesome as this is, and I do absolutely love it, I'm looking forward to cleaning that up. That is pretty cool. It's a banging signal, as you'd imagine, in the 60s. But yeah, that's awesome. The headless, legless horse. See you in a bit. That's it, we're done. Running out of time now. Need to get back home. I've got to pick up my daughter from college and various things. Yeah, really interesting day. Got quite a few, well, a few coins, a few blanks, a few buttons, some bits of lead. I did find an interesting piece of lead towards the end. I had one more dig and then decided to call it a day. That's rolled up, and I believe they're kind of curse tablets, but it might just be a rolled up piece of lead, so that's quite cool. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see once I clean it all up what it all looks like. So really excited to see what that George coin comes up like. So I shall see you at the roundup. Thank you so much for coming, really do appreciate it, and I'll see you soon. Right, so welcome to the roundup. Before I go on with what we found, just want to give out 2 or 3 quick shout outs. There are so many shout outs that I need to do, and I remember that I didn't do any on the previous video, so I'm going to try and remind myself to do 2 or 3 every video till I've caught up. Basically, there's loads of people that have been really supportive, and I will get to you. But for today, I'm just going to focus on 3 Simplex Plus owners who've got their own channels. First and foremost, John at North Devon Detectorist. John has been YouTubing for a little bit longer than myself. Always been really, really supportive of me and everything that I've done. And is always there to make sure he gives me a comment on these videos. So thanks, John. Next to Liam at History Revisited. So again, pretty new like myself to YouTubing, but a very much an experienced hand of metal detecting. He makes some fantastic finds, and he's a good bloke as well. So if you get a chance, make sure that you subscribe to those 2. And then finally, another lad like myself, again, relatively new to the hobby, Tom at Treasure Hunting with Tom. Again, some fantastic finds. He seems to have a really good bit of land that seems to just keep wanting to give Romans and hammered coins to him. So I'm very jealous of Tom. But nonetheless, you know, make sure you subscribe to all 3 of those channels if you don't already do so. Some really interesting videos that they put out. Okay, so on with the show. On the right hand side, that's CAC Corner, as I'm going to keep calling it. Most of it, as you can see, is rubbish. That little thing there, I think it was on one of my videos, that was poking up at me from a root, and I thought, hello, we're in here. But of course it wasn't. It was one of those. But there we go. On to the good stuff. We'll start at the bottom. It's got a nice 2-2 round there, Remington 2-2 round. That was the ship's rivet thing. I'm not sure if I kept the video in or not. But yeah, again, found quite a few of those little bits and bobs. This thing here, having cleaned it and turned it round, I don't know, it's either a screw lid or it's a gun cartridge, but a different type of shape. So yeah, I think that's what it is anyway. If you know anything, if you've got any ideas, please do leave me a comment. I'd appreciate it. That was, I think, my very first find, which I thought might be something interesting. It wasn't. It was just full of mud. That's why it was heavy and just a bit of nothing. That's the hook. I'm pretty sure that would be off a boat or something like that. That would have gone a bit around a bit further, possibly almost to a full circle. And I guess that would have been a runner of some rope or something like that. This was the cup-shaped thing. It's still a cup-shaped thing, but it's got a hole in the bottom, so it clearly isn't a cup. If it was you that had one of these, please do remind me, because I'm sure I saw somebody find something, in fact, identical. And my gut feeling is it was attached to something. It's machine rather than domestic. Anyway, and actually interesting, out of that, at the bottom of that, came all of this kind of iron rubbish. So it's obviously had something inside it when it was dropped or buried. Buttons, nothing too important to mention. I didn't video this one because I knew what it was, and you'll get bored of these, I think, because I've found loads of these. So that's another navel with a bit of gold gilding. That thing here, I'm still not convinced it is a button, but it's definitely not a coin. Again, if you can see that, it actually says RNYC, which I believe is the Royal Northern Yacht Club. So it must have been a button, but there's no shank or anything. It's just like coin-like, but anyway, might be a token perhaps, I'm not sure. Lead finds, an impacted musket ball. This thing here, really interesting. I think it's definitely a lead seal, but I don't know if you can see. If I got it the right way, yes I have. That, I'm pretty sure, is a bust. And I looked online last night, and there are lead cloth seals with busts on them. So I think that's what that is. I'm pretty sure. The more I look at it, the more convinced I am, but it might just be me wanting to find something that's not there, maybe. That's my lovely headless, legless horse. Hasn't cleaned up much better than what I had on the field, if I'm honest, but I love it. But I'm not going to take it off my bucket list because it's got to be complete, hasn't it, surely? This thing here I didn't film, right at the end, actually. I was just walking off the field and I caught something, and I was trying to get back, so I didn't hang about. It's a rolled up piece of lead. I know that there are... oh, actually, no, I might have filmed it. I did film it, didn't I? Anyway, even if I did. A lot of them are called curse tablets. I don't think that is. It doesn't... From looking at online, I think it's probably just a rolled up piece of lead. I think that's probably too small. I might be wrong, but I certainly ain't going to open it. Leave it where it is, I say, if it is a curse. This thing here is a badge. Absolutely. You can see the fixings on the back. Really interesting. I haven't found what it is, but it's a royal coat of arms. It's anno 1851, so we can date it. It was enamelled and brass, and then coming up in a second, but at the end, I'll put a picture of it. I found what it should actually look like, and it's pretty amazing, actually. So this is not obviously stood the test of time, being in the ground, but that said, really interesting. So if you do know where that's come from, please do let me know, because I'm really interested on that. And then finally, up to the coins, more coins than I've found on any dig so far. Here's my lovely 1952 shilling, the first real find of the day. Love that. Undecided about whether I clean it up, because obviously it would look silver. It's just a bit too late to be silver, obviously 1950. But obviously it would come up like that if I cleaned it. But I do really like the colour, the orange colour, so I might not bother. This one is a Victoria farthing. So you can just about make that out. Victoria on the side, and her bust, and then on the bottom there, if I can get it to focus. Not sure if you can see it. 1862 it says. So again, very happy with that, but reasonably toasted. Love, love, love this bad boy. George III. It's a halfpenny. The date would either be below his bust or somewhere on here where Britannia would have been or is. You can just about make out part of it if you get it at the right angle, but yeah, the date I'm none the wiser. But again, my first George III, and love it. And it's not bad nick. By the looks of it online, a lot of them are completely gone, but I like that. That's completely blank. So I shan't dwell upon that one. Could have been a coin, should have been a coin, possibly was a coin. We'll never know. And then last but by no means least, to finish off the finds, this is silver. I did the silver test when I got home. It stunk to high heaven in some foil. If you don't already do that, it's a great tip. So it's definitely silver, you can see. I haven't cleaned it other than to give it a wipe, really. But it's completely blank. So I don't know, do hammered coins go blank? Or do you find blanks, you know, that haven't been hammered, so to speak? Or is that something completely different? So again, any comments greatly appreciated. That's it for me. That's video 4 completed, notch to 11. If you know of anybody that you can pass my channel on to, I haven't done any active promotion yet, simply because I hadn't had enough videos really. So I'm now up to number 4. Probably going to be a couple of weeks now, unfortunately, because I've got stuff on this weekend till number 5 comes out. But that said, if you do know anybody that you can promote this to, and if you're willing to do it, I'd love you to do it. The more subscribers, the better. And of course, if you are watching it for the first time, please do subscribe. Please do hit the bell, and we'll see you all on the next one. Take care.